If two dice are thrown, what is the probability that a sum of 8 points or 10 points will be obtained? Here, the keyword is or. Or is given means either this event occur or either 10 point this event occur. First of all, we assume that A be the event of getting the sum of 8 points and B be the event of getting the sum of 10 points. If A and B are the event, then obviously PA and PB will be the probability of getting 8 points and 10 points respectively. Now, if two dice are thrown, then we know that there are 36 possible outcomes. Total number of possible outcomes equal to 36. We have already found these values. So if two dice are thrown simultaneously, then we have got all this value. From this value, total outcome equal to 36. Now, the question is given sum of 8 points or 10 points. That means two events are here and these two events are mutually exclusive. That's why we can use the formula PA union B. A union B. A union B means PA or B equal to PA plus PB. This is the formula of theorem of total probability or addition of probability. If two outcomes are mutually exclusive, then we can use the formula A union B. That means PA or PB equal to PA plus PB. We will find out all the possible outcomes or favorable to event A and B. The outcomes favorable to A. A event sum of 8 points. So now first of all we will find out the outcomes which is favorable to A. 8 points, 6 plus 2 equal to 8, 2 6, 6 plus 2 equal to 8, 6 2. Here 3 plus 5, 8, 5 plus 3, 8, 4 plus 4 equal to 8. So these are the outcomes for the event A. We will write down the outcome values 2 6, 6 2, 3 5, 5 3, 4 4. These are the values which is favorable to event A. We will find out probability of A. By the theorem of classical or mathematical approach to probability, we can write down PA is equal to number of outcomes favorable to A divided of total number of possible outcomes. Here total number of possible outcomes 36, number of cases which is favorable to A equal to 5. Then we are to find out the outcomes which is favorable to B. Now B is the event of sum of getting 10 points. The outcomes favorable to B equal to sum of 10 points. Again, from these outcomes 10 points will be 4 6, 4 plus 6 equal to 10, 6 4 equal to 10, then 5 plus 5 equal to 10. So these are the three outcomes, 4 6 5 5 and 6 4 are the outcomes for this event B. We will write down 4, 6, 6, 4, 5, 5. PB will be the probability of the event B. Now from the mathematical theorem or mathematical approach to probability, we can write down PB is number of outcomes favorable to B divided by total number of possible outcomes. Total number of possible outcomes 36. Number of cases favorable to B is equal to 1, 2, 3. 3 and 36 have the common factor 3. We can write down 1 divided by 12. Here we have find out the value of PA and PB. Since A and B are both mutually exclusive events, therefore we can write down PA union B equal to PA plus PB. Therefore, the probability of getting the sum of 8 points or 10 points we can denote by PA union B, and formula is PA plus PB. Substitute the values PA, PB. PA value is equal to 5 divided by 36. PB value is equal to 1 divided by 12. Take the LCM 36, 5, then this value will be 3. 8 divided by 36. 8 divided by 36, again 4 divided by 4, so it will be 2, 9. Final answer is 2 by 9. So in this question, you have to always pay attention to some keyword such that sum of the 8 points or 10 points. And remember, this question may be altered. All the values will be same. Suppose the question is given that find the probability that sum of 8 points and 10 points. Then it will be also a different solution. So also always read carefully all the question. Now you will solve the next question. Next question is given that there are 30 balls which are numbered from 1 to 30. Okay. A ball is drawn at random. Find the probability that the number of the balls is multiple of either 5 or 10. In this question, we assume that A be the event of number on the ball is multiple of 5 and B be the event of number on the ball is multiple of 10. We have assumed all the event. Now we will find out the outcomes of the event A and B. The outcomes of event A. A is the multiple of 5 and there are the balls which is numbered from 1 to 30. That means 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 30 numbers are present, or you can say the total number of possible outcomes equal to 30. From this value, the values which is multiple of 5 equal to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. These are the values which is the outcome of the event A. PA will be the probability of the event A, and by the theorem of mathematical approach to probability, we can write down PA is equal to number of outcomes favorable to A divided by total number of possible outcomes. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 value, total number of possible outcomes equal to 30. From the event B, we will find out the value, or you can say the outcomes. Event B is the multiple of 10. Values are 10, 20, 30. 3 values are there. We will find out the probability of B. Probability of B will be number of outcomes favorable to B divided by total number of possible outcomes. 3 divided by 30. Now you can also see that some numbers are also multiple of 5 and multiple of 10. For example, 10, 20 and 30. This value have already is a multiple of 10, but this is also multiple of 5. Therefore, the outcomes which is common to both A and B are 10, 20, 30. Or you can write down PA intersection B is equal to 3 divided by 30. A and B are not mutually exclusive. We have found that A and B are not mutually exclusive. When two events are not mutually exclusive, then we will use the additional law of or addition law of probability, where formula will be PA union B equal to PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. In our previous question, there is not any common values to both the event, or you can say that the two events are mutually exclusive. That's why we can write down only PA plus PB. But here, since some values are common to both the events, we have to use the formula minus PA intersection B. We have already found that PA value is equal to 6 divided by 30, PB value is equal to 3 divided by 30, and PA intersection B value is equal to 3 divided by 30. 6 divided by 30. Then by simplification we will find out 6 divided by 30 is equal to 1 divided by 5. 1 divided by 5 is the answer to this question. So here first of all we have find out which value are favorable to event A and which value are favorable to the event B. Then we have compared between these two outcomes. After comparing, we got to know that 10, 20 and 30 are favorable or common to both the event. Therefore, these events are not mutually exclusive. When two events are not mutually exclusive, then we use the formula PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. And after substituting the values, we got that 1 by 5 is the answer. Moving on to the next question. For two events A and B, let PA is equal to 0.4, PB, PA plus B is equal to 0.58 and PB is equal to 0.3. Check whether A and B are independent or not. So, two events are independent when PAB is equal to PA into PB. Two events are said to be independent when PAB is equal to PA into PB. So some values are given here. We will use this formula to check whether it is independent or not. In the solution given, PA is equal to 0.4, PA plus B is equal to 0.58. Now A plus B can be also write down A union B, and the value is given PB is equal to 0.3. We know that P A union B is equal to PA plus PB minus P A intersection B. PA union B value is equal to 0.58, PA value is equal to 0.4, PB value is equal to 0.3, and A intersection B value is not given. Left hand side 0.58, 0.4.0.3 equal to 0.7 minus P A intersection B. Now P A intersection B is moving to the left hand side, it become plus PA intersection B 0.7, same 0.58, it is plus in the left hand side. So if you moving the value to the right hand side, it will give you minus 0.58. Now 0.58 this value to 1, 0.12. We have find out P intersection B is equal to 0.12. So we have already said that two events are independent when PA B is equal to PA into PB. Since PA value is given, PB value is given, PA PB is equal to 0.4 into 0.3, and it will give you 0.12 equal to PA intersection B or PAB. Therefore A and B are independent. Next question. A bag contains 8 red and 5 white balls. Two successive draws of 3 balls are made without replacement. That means when we draw one ball, after that for the second draw these 3 balls are excluded from the total number of balls. This is called without replacement. Find the probability that the first drawing will give 3 white balls and the second 3 red balls. So this is, you can say that, conditional probability. In conditional probability, the second event is always depend on the first event. Here we have to draw 2 balls. First ball we have already drawn from the bag. So condition is given that without replacement. That means that ball we have already removed from the bag will not be replaced again. That's why it is called conditional probability. Suppose without replacement, this is given as a with replacement, then it will be not conditional probability, it will be as it is the other probability. We assume that A be the event of drawing 3 balls in the first draw and B be the event of drawing 3 balls in the second draw without replacement. 3 balls are drawn both time, and in the first bag 8 red ball and 5 white ball is given. So we can say the total number of ball is equal to 8 plus 5 equal to 13. From 13 we have to draw 3 balls. Therefore here the number of favorable cases will be 13C3. The bag contains 8 red ball and 5 white ball. So total number of balls will be 8 plus 5 equal to 13. Out of 13 balls, the men draw 3 balls are drawn. So 13C3. 13C3 will be now total number of possible cases. Therefore, total number of possible cases equal to 13C3. Okay, this is the total number of possible cases. For the event A, PA value. PA value means drawing 3 balls in the first draw. Okay, then also see the last line of the question. First drawing will give you 3 white balls and the second 3 red balls. Okay, so in the first draw 3 red balls we will get out, or we will find out from this bag, and it will be put aside. So 5 white ball is already in the bag. From out of 5 ball, 3 ball we have to draw. So the number of cases which is favorable to the event A will be 5C3, and total number of possible cases equal to 13C3. These values we will find out after that, these values. Now PB is the event of drawing 3 balls in the second draw without replacement. Now in the second draw, second 3 red balls. Okay, 3 red balls we have to get, and 8 red balls are in the bag. Here total number of possible cases will change. Okay, for event B, total number of possible cases, here already 13 balls are there. Okay, from 13 balls we have already draw 3 balls, remaining 10 balls. So out of 10 balls he have to draw 3 balls. Therefore it will be 10C3. Total number of possible cases for the event B will be 10C3, because 3 ball we have already draw from the bag, and after drawing the balls, question is given that without replacement. That's why it will not replace again, and if will not replace again, from the 13 balls 3 ball excluded, 13 minus 3 equal to 10. So out of 10 balls again 3 ball have to be drawn. Therefore total number of possible cases for the event B is equal to 10C3. Now already 8 red balls are there. Therefore the number of cases which will be favorable to the event B will be number of cases favorable to B is equal to 8C3. 8 red ball is there, and out of these 3 balls you have to draw out. Now we will find out probability of B. Probability of B will be 8C3 divided by 10C3. Find out 5C3 and 10C3 value. Five C3 value will be 5 factorial divided by 3 factorial. 5 minus 3, 2 factorial. Now 5 into 4 into 3 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial. 3 factorial cancel out. 2 factorial value is equal to 2. If you 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2, that means 5 into 2 equal 10. 13 C3. 13 factorial divided by 3 factorial. 13 minus 3 equal to 10 factorial. 13 into 12 into 11 into 10 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 10 factorial. 10 factorial cancel out. 13, 12, 11. 3 factorial can be written down 1 into 2 into 3. Now 2 into 3 equal to 6. 12 divided by 6 equal to 2. 13 into 2 into 11 are the values. Now substitute the values to the formula. It will give you 5C3 value equal to 10. 13C3 value is equal to 13 into 2 into 11. Now 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. Therefore 5 divided by 13 into 11. We will find out 8C3 and 10C3 value. 8C3 will be 8 factorial divided by 3 factorial. 8 minus 3, 5 factorial. Now 8 into 7 into 6, 5 factorial. 3 factorial, 1 into 2 into 3 into 5 factorial. 5 factorial cancel out, 2 into 3, 6, 8 into 7 and one number remaining 10C3. It will be 10 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 10 minus 3, 7 factorial and 10 into 9 into 8, 7 factorial. 1 into 2 into 3, 3 factorial, 7 factorial, cancel out. Then 2 divided by 8, 4, 3 divided by 9, 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. This value substitute in the question. 8C3 equal to 8 into 7. Now 10C3 value is equal to 10 into 3 into 4. We have already find out PA and PB value. Now PA and PB both are independent events. Therefore the probability of the first drawing will give 3 white balls and the second 3 red balls equal to P A intersection B, or we can write down PAB. Now since PA and PB are independent events, we can write down PA into PB. PA value is equal to 5 divided by 13 into 11. PB value is equal to 8 into 7 divided by 10 into 3 into 4. Now try to simplify the value. 2, 4 divided by this value is equal to 2 and 2 cancel out. So 7 remain here. 13 into 11 value is equal to 1, 4, 3 into 3. 7 divided by 9, 2, 4. 7 divided by 4, 29 is the answer for this question. Next question. If 2 dice are thrown, and what is the probability that a sum of 9 points or 11 points will be obtained? We have already solved this type of question. First of all, we assume that let A be the event of getting sum of 9 points and B be the event of getting sum of 11 points. Now we will find out whether we will get the same value or not. Here 9 points and 11 points both are mutually exclusive. Okay, therefore event A and B are mutually exclusive. So for mutually exclusive, we use the formula P A union B is equal to PA plus PB. PA union B is equal to PA plus PB. Now it is time to find out the value of PA and PB. The outcomes favorable to A. So what are the outcomes that will give you the sum of 9 points? Here 3, 6 equal to 9, 4, 5 equal to 9, 5, 4 equal to 9, 6, 3 equal to 9. These are the outcomes. We will write down the outcomes. 3, 6, 4, 5, 5, 4, 6, 3. These are the outcomes. Therefore, number of outcomes of A equal to 4. PA value, probability of A will be number of cases favorable to A divided by total number of possible cases. It will be divided by 4 and total number of possible cases equal to 36. We will find out the outcomes which is favorable to B. The outcomes favorable to B. Here B is the event of getting 11 points. Sum will be 11 points. Now here 6, 5, 11 and 5, 6 equal to 11. These are the only two values which will give you the sum is equal to 11. There is not any other outcomes. 5, 6, 6, 5. Therefore, number of outcomes favorable to B is equal to 2. PB, probability of B is equal to 2 divided by 36. Since these are the mutual exclusive event, therefore the probability of getting the sum of 9 points or 11 points P A union B. P A union B value will be PA plus PB. Substitute the value of PA and PB. PA value is equal to 4 by 36. PB value is equal to 2 by 36. Take the LCM 36. It will give you 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. 36. 1 by 6. So here, since these are the mutually exclusive event, then we can write down the formula PA union B is equal to PA plus PB. Now the next question. There are 20 marbles in a bag which are numbered from 1 to 20. A marble is drawn at random. Find the probability that the number of the marble is a multiple of either 2 or 5. So here, first of all, total number of possible cases will be 20 because 1 to 20 marbles are there and each marble is given the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 20. Here we have to find out multiple of 2 or 5. First of all, we assume that A be the event of getting the number on the marble is a multiple of 2 and B be the event of getting the number on the marble is a multiple of 5. We have assumed that A and B are the event. Now we will find out the outcomes. The outcomes of A. For outcomes of the A is a multiple of 2. It will give you 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. The outcomes of B. B is a event of getting the multiple of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. If you compare between the outcomes of A and B, you can see that 10 and 20 are common to both the event. Therefore, A and B are not mutually exclusive. The outcomes common to both A and B equal to 10 and 20. Therefore, A and B are not mutually exclusive. When two outcomes are not mutually exclusive, then we use the formula P A union B is equal to PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. Therefore, the probability of getting the number on the marble is a multiple of 2 or 5 equal to P A union B is equal to PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. Now PA will be the probability of A. For event A, total number of possible outcomes equal to 20 and the number of cases which is favorable to A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For the event B, total number of possible outcomes equal to 20 and there are 4 outcomes. Number is equal to 4 and A intersection B, 2 outcomes are there. Therefore, number of cases favorable to the event A and B is equal to 2. Total number of cases equal to 20. Take the LCM 20. It will give you 10 plus 4 minus 2. 14 minus 2. 12 minus 20. Then divided by 4 it will give you 3 divided by 5. So in this way, whether it is a mutually exclusive or not mutually exclusive, we can find out the value. If ABC are 3 mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, find PB. If 1 by 3 PC equal to 1 by 2 PA equal to PB. Since these are the mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, therefore, the sum of all the 3 events PA, PB and PC will be equal to 1. PA plus PB plus PC equal to 1. Since these are the 3 mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, we are to find out the value of PB. Here the condition is given. From here we can write down 1 by 3 PC equal to PB. PC equal to 3 PB and 1 by 2 PA equal to PB. PA equal to 2 PB. Since PA plus PB plus PC equal to 1, because the 3 events are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. PA equal to 2 PB, PC equal to 3 PC. PC equal to 3 PB. Now it will give you 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6 PB equal to 1, or PB value will be 1 by 6. So here this condition can be used when the events are mutually exclusive and exhaustive event. Next question. If ABC are mutually exclusive and exhaustive event, PA is given equal to 1 by 2 PB, PB is given 2 by 3 PC. Find PA, PB and PC. We already know that PA plus PB plus PC equal to 1. Here PA plus PB plus PC equal to 1. Now PA value is equal to 1 by 2 PB. PC can be value from this formula. PB is equal to 2 by 3 PC. So PC value is equal to 3 by 2 PB. In the place of PC, we will write down 3 by 2 PB equal to 1. Take the PB common, then the value will be half plus 3 by 2 equal to 1. PB is equal to 2 is the LCM, 1 plus 2 plus 3 equal to 1, and it will give you 6 divided by 2 is equal to 1. That means PB into 3 is equal to 1, or PB is equal to 1 by 3. We find out PB is equal to 1 by 3. Now we are to find out PA and PC value. PA is equal to 1 by 2 PB. Therefore 1 by 2 into 1 by 3, 1 by 6. PC value is equal to 3 by 2 PB. So 3 by 2 into 1 by 3 equal to 1 by 2. A bag contains 4 green and 6 red balls. A ball is drawn at random, and then without replacing it, a second ball is drawn. What is the chance that a green ball is drawn each time? Here, first of all, we assume that let A be the event of getting green ball in the first draw. B be the event of getting green ball in second draw. So we have defined A and B. Here A bag contains 4 green ball and 6 red ball. A ball is drawn at random, and then without replacing it, a second ball is drawn. What is the chance that green ball is drawn each time? So for the first one, probability of A. Here total number of ball is equal to 6 plus 4, 10. From 10 ball, we are to draw 1 ball, or you can write down 10C1. 10C1 value is equal to 10. And here 4 green ball are there. Out of 4 green ball, we are to draw 1 green ball. So 4C1 equal to 4. 4 divided by 10 is the value. Then for the event B, 4 plus 6, 10 ball already there. Out of that 10 ball, we have already draw 1 ball, and without replacing it, that means we are not to replace the value. Therefore total number of ball is equal to 9. Now here total number of possible cases equal to 9C1. Again 4 green ball we have already draw. Now here 3 balls remain. 4 minus 1 equal to 3. Now out of 3 ball, we are to draw 1 green ball. So we can write down 3C1. 3C1 value equal to 3, 9C1 value equal to 9, 1 divided by 3, and 4 divided by 10 can be write down 2 divided by 5. Since these are the two independent events, therefore we can write down PA is equal to PAB is equal to PA into PB. 2 into 5 into 1 by 3 or 2 divided by 15. The probability that a boy will get a scholarship is 0.9. Let A be the event of a boy will get a scholarship. Probability of A is given and the value is 0.9. If PA is the probability of getting the scholarship, then PA bar will be the probability of not getting the scholarship by the boy, and it will be 1 minus PA, 1 minus 0.9 equal to 0.1. Let B be the event of a girl will get a scholarship. Given that probability of a girl will get the scholarship is 0.8, that means PB is equal to 0.8. Now PB bar is the probability that the girl will not get the scholarship. 1 minus PB, 1 minus 0.8 equal to 0.2. You are to find out what is the probability that at least one of them will get the scholarship. So to solve this type of question, first of all we assume that the non-occurrence or the not getting the probability. Then minus 1 minus not getting the scholarship equal to he or she will get the scholarship. So let us solve it. Therefore the probability that at least one of them will get the scholarship equal to 1 minus no one will get the scholarship. No one will get the scholarship. We can write down P, A bar and B bar. Since these are independent event, therefore we can write down 1 minus P A bar into P B bar. Now P A bar value equal to 0.1, B bar value is equal to 0.2. We can get 1 minus 0.02. And 0.02 value will give you 0.98. So the probability that at least one of them will get the scholarship is equal to 0.98. A candidate is selected for interview for 3 posts. And 3 posts is given. For the first post 3 candidates, second 4 and the third post 2 candidates are there. What is the probability that the candidate is selected at least for 1 post? Let us assume that A be the event of selecting for the first post. B be the event of selecting for the second post. C be the event of selecting for the third post. ABC is be the event of selecting for the first, second and third post respectively. Now, for the first post, there are 3 candidates. That means out of 3 candidates, the candidate will selected. Therefore, the probability will be 1 by 3. Out of 3 candidates, he is the 1. So, here PA will be 1 divided by 3. For the second post, there are 4 candidates. Therefore, the probability will be 1 by 4. And for the third post, there are 2 candidates. Probability of C is equal to 1 by 2. Now, question is given that what is the probability at least one post? The candidate will be selected for one post. So, in this type of question, we always find out the non-occurrence of the probability. PA, PB, PC value is given. PA bar value will be 1 minus 1 by 3 is equal to 2 by 3. PB bar will be 1 minus 1 divided by 4 equal to 3 by 4. And PC bar is equal to 1 minus PC 1 minus 1 by 2 is equal to half. We have find out PA bar, PB bar and PC bar. Therefore, the probability that the candidate is selected for at least one post equal to 1 minus the candidate will not selected for any one of the posts, and it will be P A bar into B bar into C bar. A, B, C are 3 independent events. Therefore, A bar, B bar and C bar also independent events. And for independent event, PAB is equal to PA into PB. We can write down P A bar into P B bar into P C bar. Substitute the values. P A bar value is equal to 2 by 3 into 3 by 4 into 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 4, 3 divided by 4. So we get the answer 3 divided by 4. The probability that a student pass a physics test is 2 by 3 and he passed both physics and English is 14 by 15. First of all, we assume that A be the event of passing in physics test, B be the event of passing in English test. By the question, it is given that probability of passing in the physics 2 by 3. PA is equal to 2 by 3. Then it is given that he passes both physics and English. That means P A intersection B is equal to 14 divided by 45. The probability that he passes at least one test is 4 by 5. P A union B is equal to 4 by 5. Here the formula P A union B is equal to P A plus P B minus P A intersection B. Take the LCM 45. It will give you 45 divided by 5, 9. 4 into 9, 36. 45 divided by 3 is equal to 15. 15 into 2, 30 plus 14. It will give you 36 minus 6 plus 14 by 45. 20 by 45 equal to 4 by 9. Probability that a person who is 25 years old lives for another 30 years is 2 by 5. We assume that let A be the event that person A lives for another 30 years. B be the event that person B lives for another 30 years. It is given that probability of A is equal to 2 by 5. Probability of B is equal to 7 divided by 16. You have to find out at least. When the term at least is present, then you have to find out probability of non-occurrence PA bar. 1 minus 2 by 5 is equal to 3 by 5. PB bar is equal to 1 minus PB. 1 minus 7 divided by 16. 9 divided by 16. Therefore, the probability that at least one of the person will be alive for 30 years hence equal to 1 minus no person will alive for 30 years hence. It will be 1 minus P A bar B bar. We know that for an independent event PAB is equal to PA into PB, or suppose PA bar B bar is equal to PA bar PB bar. Now substitute the values. 1 minus 3 by 5 into 9 divided by 16. 1 minus 27 divided by 80, and 80 minus 27 equal to 53. A black ball has been drawn from one of the bags. The first contains 3 black balls and 7 white balls. Second contains, so here bag A contains 3 black ball plus 7 white ball. That means 7 plus 3 equal to 10 balls are in the bag A. In the bag B, 5 black ball and 3 white ball. Total number of ball is equal to 5 plus 3 equal to 8. And bag C or third ball, 8 black ball and 4 white ball. So total number of ball is equal to 8 plus 4, 12. Now black ball already has drawn and it should be drawn from the first bag. So in the first bag there are 3 black ball and total number of balls equal to 7 plus 8 plus 12 equal to 30. Let A be the event of the black ball is drawn from first beak. Therefore, PA will be the number of cases which is favorable to A will be 3 black balls are there, 3C1, and altogether there are total number of ball is equal to 30C1. 3 divided by 30 is equal to 1 divided by 10.